Hey, what's happening, folks? Your boy Naptown coming back for the second vid of the day, and I just wanted to go over some things about the Peterson fight. First of all, let's get the pre-fight stuff out of the way. I'm not often right. I'm actually not very right, or I'm not. I'm actually not right quite often. Quite often, I'm wrong. Still, when it comes to predictions, still, boxing's a hard sport to really predict and know exactly what's going to happen because this is the sport where anything can happen. And this year in particular has, been one upset after another. So that out of the way, I was completely wrong about Marquez versus Pacquiao. I thought Marquez was going to get blown out in 6 rounds. Um, shit like that. This fight, I was wrong about the winner. I had picked Khan to win, but I always felt that this was a good fight. I always felt like I always felt like Peterson's unique style was going to match well against Khan's style because the things that everybody thinks Khan needs work in or Khan's weak in or this, that, and the other, those particular areas were the areas that Lamont Peterson was, was excelling at, especially inside game and you know, just pure relentlessness. I mean, Lamont Peterson literally chased Khan around the ring a bunch of times. So, getting that out of the way here, I'm not hating on Khan because he lost to Peterson. It was a close fight. My scorecard had it for Peterson, and I actually had Peterson winning 7 rounds. I did. I had Peterson winning 7 rounds, but with the way the points were happening and all that, that bullshit, kind of put a damper on the fight, kind of gave the fight a black mark. And I wish I hadn't because it was a good fight. It was a good matchup. Khan is a guy who's consistently fighting top level opposition. And when you go in there and you consistently fight top level opposition, sometimes you're going to lose. That's just the way it is, So I'm not mad at Khan that he lost. I'm just mad that Peterson wasn't giving the respect I felt he deserved before the fight. Kind of like people were mad at me when I thought Marquez was going to get blown out in 6 rounds. So I felt the same way about Peterson versus Khan. I thought Peterson was going to lose, but that he'd give Khan a good fight, and he gave Khan more than a good fight. Gave him a great one. Um, Khan looked looked a bit exposed. I'm not hating on him, but it did look like he relies heavily on the game plan. And what I mean is, it seems like there's very little room for improv. And a lot of the great fighters really used improv. They could adjust to people inside the ring instead of going in with plan A and B and C and having to stick by those plans to the word. That seems like what Khan does. Is he's a guy who goes in with the plan and sticks to it by the letter. No room for, like I said, improv. No room. No room to change it up a little bit. He kind of stuck with one thing and then went to a different plan. And when that didn't work, well, he had some success. I'm not saying Khan got completely blown out. I actually think Khan could have won the fight. Peterson could have won the fight. But it just seemed to me like Peterson had an answer for just about everything Khan was doing. Even though Peterson's actual plan didn't seem to change, the way Peterson applied the plan, the way he went about making that plan come to fruition was wholly different than the way Khan approached the fight. I got mad props for Peterson, like I said. Now, as far as the knockdowns, I didn't consider either one of those knockdowns. I didn't. Yeah, it's bullshit. Bullshit. But the point deductions, now, here's where I get a little iffy. I don't agree that Khan should have got those 2 points taken away from him for the offense that he was doing. I think 1 point would have been sufficient for that offense, not 2. And it would have, I think it should have been worse than that for them to actually take a point. But Khan was doing a lot of things, not a lot, some things that he could have got points taken away from for anyway. So I kind of see it as he got what he deserved in a way by, and I mean that, you know, the holding of the head and all that other shit. I feel like Khan could have got a point taken away for something else. You know what I mean? Instead of that offense. But just the point deduction itself was justified. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think so. Already, you're looking at me and going, "So Nap, you don't think Khan knocked down Peterson, and you don't think uh, Khan didn't deserve those points?" Maybe not the second one. First one, I think he definitely deserved at that point. Um, but you can see how the scorecards might look totally different than some of your guys's who had it for Khan. My scorecard is going to look a little different because this time around I didn't want to just score it how they told you to, because you see things on the replay like it wasn't really a knockdown, so I wasn't going to score it at 10-8 rounds. The point deductions, I didn't take the second point away. I only took the first point away. You know what I mean? I'm rambling. Anyway, the point is, I thought Peterson won. I thought the right guy won. It was a split decision. I thought it could have gone either way, but Lamont Peterson showed us that even the underdogs can win, and especially this whole year, 2011 has been a year for the underdogs. But it was just wrong of people to write off Peterson, I think, at that point. Solely, it seemed like people were writing off Peterson solely based on the Bradley fight. And I think I give Lamont Peterson the benefit of the doubt with that. I think if he rematched Bradley right now, it might be a whole different ballgame. At this point, he's now the champion, and I think he deserves to be the champion, and he can give Khan a rematch, or he can go after Bradley if Bradley's still willing to fight at 140, but, there's no telling with that. I see a rematch coming, and Khan will probably win it, but I bet it'll be another tough, close, competitive fight. It was a good fight. There's no reason to say Khan's a bum because he lost to Peterson, because Peterson's world class. So step off his nuts a little bit. You know what I mean? Let the guy enjoy a victory, and don't be too hard on Khan because he's consistently taking top level opposition. And when you do that, something's bound to go wrong at some point. Well, that's enough of my ramblings for one fight. I'll go ahead and jump off here and see what other kind of video I can come up with tonight. Deuces!